Hey everybody, Dave here. Today I am continuing with some C# learning. Last time I did accumulate, which involved IEnumerable and lambda expressions. And then today we are going to do all your base. Like all your base or belong to us. Anyways, I don't know if that has anything to do with the actual lesson. So I'm going to click into here. The first thing that caught my eye when I got into this, it says, note, try to implement the conversion yourself. Do not use something else to perform the conversion for you. I am always in for that. Convert a number represented as a sequence of digits in one base. Our numbers are normally base 10. Hexadecimal, for example, is base 16. Binary is base 2. What it says is to implement general base conversion. Given a number in base A represented as a sequence of digits, convert it to base B. About positional notation. Oh no. In positional notation, a number in base B can be understood as a linear combination of powers of B. The number 42 in base 10 means 4 times 10 to the power of 1 times 2 times 10 to the power of 0. The number 101010 in base 2, which is binary, means 1 times 2 to the power of 5, 0 to the times, what does it matter? And then 1 times 2 to the power of 3 because it's this is power of 2, power of, no, power of 1, power of 2, power of 3. This one is 1 times 2 to the power of 1. The number 1120 in base 3 means 1 times 3 to the power of 3, 1 times 3 to the power of 2, and 2 times 3 to the power of 1. That's base 3, right? I think you got the idea. Yes, those three numbers above are exactly the same. Congratulations. I didn't notice that. Let me go click into positional notation real quick. I don't think that I need this because I think I understand it. Let's go into the editor. We have a single static method called rebase. Its output is an integer array. Our input is going to be an integer array. And then we've got two other integer inputs. One is the input base and the other is the output base. So I think what we're going to need to do is create two other methods. We'll create two static methods. I'm not sure if I can convert directly to the other base or if what I should do is convert to something like base 10 or base 2 and then convert it to the other base. I'm going to have to think about that. I guess we could just start typing some things. I have an input digits. So if I were to loop over each of those, int I in input digits, we'll create a list of type integer. We'll call this output equals new list. Int will return the output dot to array. For each of these, I think all I have to do then is convert. Oh wait, no, this is an input into. Wait, how does this work? It's an array of integers. I need to see what kind of input this is giving us. So binary to single decimal to binary. Digits 101. Oh, I don't know if I was necessarily expecting that. Okay, so that actually won't work. I can't just do for each and convert it. I actually have to turn the entire thing into the other base. My thought is we get rid of this for each. For int I equals, let's call this, well, for now, I think what I'm going to use is I is going to be like our power. I less than input digits dot length I plus plus. So if I'm thinking about this correctly, I should be able to use I for both the position, like both the index number of the array to go, oh, but I need to go backwards. What I was going to do is go like, one array position to the next, to the next, to the next, and increment and go like this number. So get the number, it could be like 4 and multiply that by 10 to the power of, and then it would be to the power of I. But I think I actually have to track these backwards. I need to increment I and also decrement I at the same time. Like I need two, it's like I need two different ones. How do I do a for loop with two different values? I think what I can do is take input digits dot length minus 1 will tell me basically that should work, right? And as I increases, then input length, the input digits dot length minus I will increase as well. Output dot add item for now. I don't really know what to call this. Int item equals, and we want this formula over here. So let me just copy that. All right, my brain's hurting a little bit here. I think what it was trying to tell me is that I can do this expression to get, I'm a little confused. It's saying the number 101010. I think it's just trying to tell me in base 10 because this looks, I think it's representing it in base 10. I don't really know. And then this, they're all 42. So if I take this and I try to interpret it like, we can go like int digit equals input digits I, and then I need to go like int power equals input digits dot length minus digit. No, not digit, minus I. Results, I don't know, we'll call it result for now, will be digit times 10, not 10. It's we have to have the input base to the power of whatever we're on right now, and then we add the result to the output. Do we just get a base 10 output here? I don't know what this does. Oh, whoops. And I'm so bad about this. Using system.collections.generic. Did I not put a semicolon on the end of something? Oh man, I'm the worst. Okay. I think we're gonna run this test. It's gonna fail them all. Yeah, it fails them all. What did I get though? I gave it 3 when it actually wanted 1. So, okay, I'm getting some kind of output though, at least. That's good. What I think I needed to do was add those up now. So like if I go, I might need to, I think this is going to be like first list. I'm going to output second list for now. Let's see, copy this second list. So I didn't need a list at all here. And instead of adding to the list, I just go like result, let's do int results equals 0. And I go result, I set result equal to, no, plus equals digit times input base power of power. And then okay, so that way I should get the total number. Then I think I'm supposed to, I guess I need to reverse it. Okay, this has been a journey. I'm learning things poorly. So I think that what I have so far is fine. I think there's actually a chance that you can directly convert, but I'm not totally sure. I'm a little confused by it. When I Google this stuff, because I think I actually had to Google this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm cheating to have Googled this or not. It says that I was supposed to implement my own conversion. Don't use something else to perform the conversion for you. I don't know if I'm violating that rule or not, but I had to look up like how do you convert from one base to another. And I don't know. I feel like that's fair. If there's just a known formula. I didn't look up how to do it necessarily in C#, but just to understand like, conversion math and stuff. I think what we have is correct. Like we'll have a result of something once we run this. So really I should have this as like maybe a separate method. So let's do that. Private static int convert to base 10. And we'll have an int input base and then our int array input digits. Paste this in here. And then we need to return results like that. And then we'll just call like this, convert to, let's see, int base 10 equals convert to base 10. We got our input base and our input digits. Whoops, like this. And then I think we make another method to convert from base 10. Private static int convert from base 10 int output base. I think we want the input number. I think we need a base 10 number. And let's call that from up here how we think we'll call it. So int base whatever equals convert from base 10. We'll input the output base and the base 10. Then we will actually return base whatever. Okay, now we go down here and we fix this to do whatever we need it to. In Googling this, what I found pretty much every website said is the best way to do this. Maybe it's not the only way, but to convert from base 10 to some other base, you divide the number. So like you got your, let's see, let's do base 10 number. You divide the number by the output base. Num divided by output base. You actually have to store it though. I'm going to have to loop. I'm going to have to loop at some point. So I actually need another variable. I don't know where I'm going to want this. Int, call this the quotient, which is the result of a division problem. So int quotient, and it's going to be this. Num divided by output base, and then remainder is going to be equal to num mod output base. No, that's not right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. And then I think we have to do a while loop. That's what's going on here. So we're going to need this to be set. We're going to need this to be set first. Then we'll do a while loop. So while num is greater than 0, we want to do some stuff in here. I'm not sure if I need to declare these variables outside the while loop. I think I might. Maybe at the end here I need to set num equals quotient, but I need to hold on to the remainder. Yeah, I got to hold on to the remainder. So I might need a list. Maybe I'll delete this later, but let's just see. Remainders equals new list int. And then I think we just add, actually I like the idea of like calling it a remainder and then going remainders.add remainder. Once we've added the remainder, we set the number to the quotient. We can now go back up and loop again. This will get wiped out. This gets wiped out. It does num divided by the output base again, and the number will be smaller by this point. Then we get the remainder of that. And this is something I had to Google and understand this, but in C#, I guess when you divide two integers, quotient is always an integer. So it's going to cut off your remainder, just ignores it. And so that's what you can then check to get the remainder specifically. So you do num modulo output base, get the remainder, and then you're holding on to that in a list. And we're going to use that to rebuild our number at the end, I think. I need to rebuild the number by concatenating the remainders in reverse order. I think I need to reverse the list. Remainder. I could certainly like loop over it in reverse order, but let's just reverse the list. Remainders dot reverse. I think that works. And then for each int remainder in remainders, let's just not worry about string builder for now. String output plus equals remainder dot to string. I need to go return convert dot to int 32 output. So this could be a large number. String builder equals new string builder, and then sb dot append remainder dot to string. I bet you don't need to string here. Right, and then this should just be sb dot to string, and then it converts it to an integer. Oh. Well. Oh, whoops. Cannot implicitly convert type int to integer array. Where am I doing that? Up here, oh. Can I just take an integer and go like to array? Yeah, see, this is, no, I can't do that. I'm not supposed to use link. list int results equals new list int. And then we need to, what, for each character? So I could go like, for each char c in base whatever dot to string results dot add c, but I need to convert it to an integer. Can I just do like int c? And then when I return it, I just return the results. Oh, right. Just kidding. 21 tests failed. I need to figure out, wait, like, is my problem on the convert to base 10, or is the problem on convert from base 10? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh no. Okay, this whole time I've been, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I did a bunch of tests. I'll probably cut a bunch of that out. The caret operator is not the power. That's not how you raise things to the power of whatever in C#. You have to use math.pow, or better, use bit shifting. And I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm struggling with I don't understand the bitwise operations, I think. Math.pow, like this. This might require importing some namespace, don't know, here, and then the power here. Then result will get added, like what will get added to the result is result plus, raise input base to a certain power. This should take 2, raise it to the power of 0, which should result in 1. And then the digit, like here, 1 times 1 should equal 1. 1 will get added the result of 0, and then that's what we should get here. So let's see if that works. Double to int, cannot implicitly cast, double to int 28. Is math.pow, does that might just like output a double. So int. Okay, we are getting closer now. I'm just so stupid sometimes. Oh, look what's happening. Because I chose to make it a character, when you cast a character to an integer, it assumes, I think it's doing like ASCII characters or something, and it's just converting it to it's just converting it to its ASCII equivalent. Oh, that's so funny, actually. I think that if I were to do convert.toInt32 here, it might give me a bit different response, because I was looking at what I have down here, and actually I'm not really sure if I changed anything. I'll have to see when I watch this video again, but this is where I'm at now with my convert from base 10. This is where I'm at with my convert to base 10. And this I think both of these work correctly, right? Well, for some numbers at least. But and I can even see that base 10 is 5, base whatever is 101, and that's what's correct. So 5 and 101. But when I'm trying to split this 101 into like an integer array, it's breaking because of that implicit casting to integer from a character. And I was taking like the character 1, casting it to an integer, and it was going like, oh, you want to take the character 1 and cast it, find out what its ASCII value is, which happens to probably be 49. And then 0 is 48, and then 1 is 49. Let's see if this changes. If it doesn't, I don't have to keep using character, but I think convert.toInt32 won't do the same thing as the implicit casting does. It looks like it still does the same thing. That's unfortunate. If I just go with like strings, string num in base whatever .toString, will that actually work? If I do string here, will it split it up? I think it might still. Then I can convert it to an integer. Okay, you can't convert type char. Where are we? Oh yeah, so this I guess this actually gives us a character. What if I do toString first? Back over here. So let's go back. Let's say we go c.toString. and then I convert it. What did I do wrong? Oh, here, char. This seems likely to work, even though that's very weird. And I think I would have just used the link that I found. Okay, so it's working for 7 test cases now. Hexadecimal. Why would it not work for a base 16? I'm getting 210. Okay, I can see a bit of a flaw in my logic. I can see that I would, if I had to guess, all of my test cases are working when it converts to an output base of 10 or less. So probably all of these are output base 10 or less. But anything that is an output base higher than 10, like 16 is not going to work, 73. That's an output base of 2, but I think that's because it's something I didn't account for, and that's fine. Just a validation I need to do. So I need to figure out how to account for there being multiple digits, because at least the way that I'm handling it, it is, I think it's always, like, it might do the calculation correctly. Yeah. So like here, it's doing the calculation correctly, but when it outputs it, like it builds the string, it doesn't put them together correctly. It's splitting it into one character at a time. Maybe when I convert from base 10, it should actually be outputting an integer array down here. So let's do like, here. It should be outputting integer array. And then I don't need to string it together at all. I think I just don't need string builder. I just reverse the remainders, send it back up to here. And whenever I call this, I know that I'll be getting a base whatever results from convert from base 10. I can't really print this out anymore. And then base whatever. Actually, at that point, that might be my result. So I don't need this stuff potentially. I think I can just return base whatever. Not all code paths return a value. What? Nine tests passed. So now if there's an empty list, what is the expected result? Nothing. And oh, it's expecting 0. If they pass in an empty list, I guess I'll just do a validation here. If input digits dot length is equal to 0, return new int, something like this. New int 1, and then just set it to 0 like that. What it was expecting is if it's a single 0, multiple zeros, maybe what I should have done instead of this is just like if base whatever dot length is equal to 0 here, then we just return that. Obviously I have some more test cases that are not passing. Yeah, but we got more of them. Expected argument exception. You can't have an input base of 0 or 1 or negative. So if input base is less than 2, then throw new argument exception. If input base is greater than or less than 2, or output base is less than 2, invalid positive digit. What does that mean? Oh my. I guess one of the validations is, right, you have like an input base here. Every single one of your digits has to be less than the base. If I is greater than or equal to input base, then we need to throw new argument exception, and that might cover a lot of it. Did I miss anything? Binary to single decimal. Value does not fall within the expected range. Oh, okay. No, okay, I did that wrong. So this validation is supposed to be here, and the validation should be on the digit. Negative digit. Okay, you can't have negative digits. So here I can just do like digit is greater than or equal to input base, or digit is less than 0. And that should succeed. Wow, that was actually, that felt really difficult. I think that I learned a lot of things. One of the things was that the caret symbol in C# is not doesn't mean to the power, so you can use math.pow. There's also some other way to do it that I don't understand. So you can get rid of this. I guess I kind of learned how to convert between, the various bases. I kind of understand that. What I would be curious about is like, do I actually have to convert whatever base it is to 10 and then from 10 to something else, or can I convert directly? Because I feel like I should be able to convert directly in one operation, but I guess this is fine. I almost used bitwise operators, and I feel like I'm going to submit this and it's going to tell me that I was supposed to use bitwise operators. It doesn't say bitwise. Okay, so just math operators, while loops, and arrays, which I used all of those. So that's good. This was definitely a bit of a struggle, but I think I need that sometimes so I can learn. Woo, boy. If you made it this far, I'm proud of you. And I think we can both be proud of each other. You did great. I'll see you next time when we learn some more C# and hopefully we get an easy one next time.